Hey there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka Bangladesh. Today I'll be doing a morning thoughts episode. This is one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes when I'm in good mood or I feel like, I have some thoughts to share with you, just as a human being to another human being. Not always about fragrances. Sometimes we are human beings as well. So, discuss about stuff. But today we'll talk about a little bit of a fragrance journey and how our life has changed or evolved throughout the last few decades. I'm very old, so I can talk about decades, 3, 4 decades, but mostly I'll try to talk about specific, the point that's gonna be about fragrance community. I'm part of it, and I'm not here to bash it or anything, just analysis. So hear me out. I'll try to keep it within 10 minutes or so you don't have to watch a very long video. So I just did a review. Please check out my reviews. Sometimes people ask me when I post a review in my group, sometimes people ask, how's that fragrance? And it really like traumatized me when I post a review and you don't watch it and you ask me how the review is or how the fragrance is, then I feel dumbfounded. So we do create contents for you to be benefited, right? So if you feel like you want to hear an opinion, check out reviews, so that I have nothing to gain from here because my channel is not monetized. I don't make money. I do this for free, and I realize I do this for a very long time already, 6 years. This is basically what is very meaningful to me. Okay, the day I feel like it's not really meaningful, I will not do it. Okay, so the point that I want to do is that why fragrance community, some people are saying, is dead or it's boring, or they feel like the passion, the best days already you have seen, and now whatever is happening is just complete trash. This was shared by one of our fellow reviewers, Gabriel Boyka, okay, Gavo, his fragrance channel. He's one of the OG reviewers, and he has huge collection. I used to follow him when I started my journey. I do still, of course, but he's also part of our community, and he shares a lot of his insights. Very, very knowledgeable guy and very humble guy, but he's very realistic guy. He talks straight to the point. And I actually answered to him in that post. He said, I feel fragrance community doesn't have that passion left. Is that all the reviewers are doing this gimmicky list. So I want to discuss 3, 4 points why I feel people feel this way. Okay, first reason, I tell you straightforward to the point. Okay, I don't want to be nice. I don't want to sound diplomatic. I'll just tell you the difference between the back in the days, 2015, 14, when we used to watch reviews or reviewers used to do reviews. It's about straight up gangster nation. Okay, what do I mean by gangster nation? Reviewers didn't care for your sentiments, or they were not trying to please you. They were not trying to wow you. What they were trying to do, they would pick up a fragrance and give us something new of interest. Back in the days, I never would believe someone would review a perfume. Why would someone talk about a fragrance? Someone can review a car. And I was like, I just wear a perfume, I smell good. What is there to review? Then I got to know about notes, compliments. They got to know about what season to wear it. There's so many things to learn, and I really fell in love with this fragrance games. Big thanks to Mark, guys like Steven, Sebastian Zara, Max Forty, all the OG reviewers, Coach Rob. I can go on for a very long time. So I learned, and really what I felt was fragrances basically are part of your life and lifestyle. But if you fall in love with this game, you'll really get deep in. So what we learned? We learned about fragrances, notes, and something about new house. We ended up collecting, many of us ended up collecting huge fragrance halls. We looked into so many houses. So the difference between those time and this time, I feel we have a lot more reviewers, which is not a bad thing. We have tons of reviewers. I don't even know many of them, and they're very popular. They have started like few months back. They have like 1 million subscribers or something like it. So I go to some of these channels and I try to see why they're popular or what they're doing. I want to see their work. Sometimes I really feel it's the generation that changed. From those generation now, generation is so much more advanced. They have so many more latest technology. Back in the days, people just shoot like me, like the phone, just sit and talk about fragrance. Even Jeremy would sit and talk about a fragrance, guys. He would wear a hat. First few videos, 3, 4 videos, he would pick up Versace Purum 200 ml bottle, and we loved his channel. I said we did. You heard it right. I did say we loved because I trusted his nose. Every single fragrance he recommended, Amara, Dylan Blue, Versace Manu Fresh, I bought, ended up buying, and I loved them. But his pattern of work changed. Recent times, this Jeremy, I don't recognize him anymore since his launch of his perfume. Perhaps this is what world is like nowadays. I love his office format. I have it somewhere there. and I still respect that man because of what he done for the community. He made it popular. Okay, he made it like a mass crowd pleaser, designer fragrance. He really loved it. But nowadays it's about TikTok. It's about sadly it's about showing women. Okay, it's about women saying these are women killers. When I see those titles, I really feel shocked, and I feel shocked more that people don't address that. What is a women killer? Woman killer. Why would like to kill a woman? Why would my fragrance kill a woman? Lady killers, perhaps is the right term, but another ones like fragrances. I don't want to mention any reviewers. If you hate me for this, but I will still say it. Fragrance you want to wear that want to make women eat you up, or men would eat you up. And I was like, is a bit like over the edge. I understand that you need to get views, you need to get paid, you need to get it like going, you need to be sexy, you know. And I'm not blaming the women. Many men do the same thing. These bodybuilders, you know, like, yo ladies, you know, they just grab the mic. Yo ladies, what you think? This fragrance, would you sleep with me or not? Would you sleep with this dude? What is it? And you like, you know, they're very obvious. They make sure that the big guns are there. So guy, what you think? Yeah. You know, so at one point, if you do something for fun, it's okay. But when you make it hollow, if you make it cheap, you know, these are the things that makes fragrance were a little bit cheap, you know, like fragrances are not there for you to go and sleep around. It's for you to, you can get compliments for different purposes, fine. But if you're a guy that buys fragrances, you know, buys fragrances to sleep with women, you know, I mean, if you are sensible, you'll understand it means literally that you don't love fragrance. It's not passion of fragrance. You're just a douchebag, right? And sad reality is many men I saw on net, I see on random comments, I go through a whole night, I'm up, I read comments, I go random commenting, I see people's comment. I feel people are very lonely. Some guys are very lonely, Middle Eastern bald guys, you know, not Middle Eastern, sorry, middle-aged guys who are looking for a woman. They go to Thailand to look for a girlfriend for life. And these are the people, they say women, and they go big fan. I'm like big fan of this review. And they go literally, their content is trash. Some of the reviewers, their content is really trash. They don't know what they're talking about. They're like, yo guys, I think this fragrance is so good. Oh my God, I just love it. And that's the review. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry to say, that is not a review. If you want to watch real reviewers, go back in time, look at the reviewers hitting that. Like, you know, Big Beard Business. I love this dude. He's a newer reviewer, you know, compared to us. But the way he does, he hits the point. You know, he's entertaining. Many other reviewers like that, have the humor, but at the same time, they actually talk about the fragrance. You know, it's not about just gimmick. So I think the gimmick sort of, and then this all non-stop commercialization of reviewers who getting fragrance for free and then just promoting, you know, in the shelf at the back. If you get paid, yeah, show it. Out of nowhere, Amara is number one. Next day, Amara is trash. You see some reviewers doing it, no names, but sadly they do it. Once they hyped it, now today is trash. You know, that's just sad. Second point, I feel, no, I'm not going to talk about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, I'm the old guy, give me some time, okay? Second point, show off, okay, big thing. Many newcomers, you know, they did not want to wait for learning. They didn't want to go for those steps, you know, like, let me try some basic fragrance that easy to love, you know, I started my journey. No, they want to buy the best of the best of the best, and watch as the best of the best of the best are the niche and oud. And they ended up buying a lot of these fragrances. Pooh, Rojadav. I bought some niche fragrances, bro. I spent like $1,000 and this is the best fragrance ever. I put my nose on. I see this in my community. Some people say that. And I know literally legit started 1 year back. And those fragrances they're talking about, they're supremely in love with. They understand the complexity. Trust me. I have been doing this for 6-7 years. I smelled thousands of fragrances. Even I don't understand. And I used to think once, maybe I'm just dumb, you know, like I'm just like a not very knowledgeable person, or I don't know shit. And these people do because they're genius. They're genius since they're born. They are like literally Matrix, you know. Her name is Trinity, right? She goes to that helicopter. She goes like, oh, I know how to fly this chopper, right? So these people wanna be fake show-offs, you know. That's what I call them, because they do not do it for passion of fragrance. They want to impress people. They want compliments. They, wow, bro, such good taste. You spend like a fragrance like worth $2,000. You know, you are the man. They want to hear those. You know, some people at times we want to hear compliments, but not for that we buy perfumes or get into this game. After 2 or 3 days, those fragrances are gone from these people's lives because show-off time is gone. no more show off, time to invest in one more expensive fragrance. So this fake thing, don't do this for showing off. You're gonna end up just losing your money and waste your time, and you just walk away from hobby to hobby, but you never feel happy inside. If there's no happiness, there's no gain. Okay, these are, I'm telling you, bitter truth that I feel. I will tell you the last point, or maybe just third point, is some fragrance people, they are just in this process of showing off. They want to upgrade. And what do I mean by upgrade? Some guys, bro, what's up with your designer? You bought enough designers, get some niche, in your collection. Otherwise, you don't get any respect in community, you have to get the better fragrances. I tell you one thing, in my journey, I never felt like all the niche fragrances I bought are better than my designers. So many designers are so much better or more used by me. And that's the truth, because if you don't use a fragrance and you say, I love it, and your bottle is full, you are lying, brother. Okay, I'm telling you, you're lying, because you don't wear it. What is the love? It's not a book. It's taking that space in the shelf. It's not an art decor. Fragrances are meant to be sprayed and enjoyed and create memories that you can tell someone when they ask you, so bro, how was, like, I don't know, Kalan by PDM, and you're just like, hey bro, I wore it for 3 years. Literally, sometimes it smelled like shit. Sometimes I got like weird compliments, and he knows that his fragrance, by heart. So designer niche, no problem, but it's you who's the problem, because you feel you want to upgrade to designer to niche. There's no such thing as upgrade. You love what you love, you wear what you wear. Okay, and some of the guys, when they say, man, I don't like this cheap Nautica Voyage anymore, this synthetic garbage, I don't like La Nuit de L'Homme, it's just a overhyped shit, or something like, I don't like what fragrance people hype, and people say, oh, the easiest victim is Invictus line. I don't like Invictus V. Some people say, I don't like Invictus V. Those are like people that children would have, wear something of Roja Dove or something. With all due respect, I love Roja Dove, but when people use it in a wrong way, or they are looking at this house, they take the house name just to impress people, because that's what they feel fragrances do. More money, better fragrance. And that's the problem with those people. Learn to love your fragrances. I love my first early days fragrances the most. Sikke Reveal is one of my most favorite fragrances. It will always be, because I was in love with it. So don't, I hope people don't neglect or dismiss fragrance they once loved. They got them into the game, and today they are saying it's trash because they have upgraded to niche. Sad story. This is one of the reasons why fragrance community, I feel it's, some people are feeling like, nah, it's not really happening, because there's nothing else to buy. I have everything. Then some people run out of space. They keep buying, and that, hype. They buy based on hype. They don't really care for reading. They don't care for looking at the notes, testing a fragrance. They just want to buy, impulse buy, and they end up buying a house full of perfumes. And they don't even know where they kept their fragrances. And the moment that happens, it happens with me as well sometimes, but I still somehow know where my fragrances are. If you have too many fragrances, they're collecting dusts. That's where you lose interest. What's the point, guys? It's your time. If you gave 5 years in a fragrance community and you ended up buying like 2,000, 3,000 fragrances, and you just enjoyed just buying, but you never used it, man, I tell you, you just wasted your time. Money is one thing, maybe you have plenty of, but you'll never get back that time, and you feel like it was a waste. The day you fail that, and you feel like it just was a sickness or just a momentary infatuation, there's nothing worse than that, right? So basically, these are the things, like people are being fake, people are being hollow. Nowadays, this reflects our real world as well. We are so into our phone, and I'm part of it. One day we lost connection of net. Okay, whole day there's no net, and I went totally nuts. I couldn't, because Facebook was down for one day, I think, right here. And I feel like my life is, I'm lost touch with the world. I cannot see news, I cannot see updates. I start panicking. Then I realized, what a sad life we live, and our life is dependent on Facebook and the smartphone. We don't go out, play sports. Yeah, the COVID is there, that's worse. We need to get back our life, we need to communicate with people. We need to stop assuming people are bitches or hoes or assholes or something like it. We just random say stuff. We don't even know those person. We just see once and we make impression. But when we spend time with people, we get to know them. Different story. Our depth will only come, if we stop assuming and try to learn. Nowadays, there's some sad things going on in the world, all over the world, not just in Bangladesh. racial hatred, religious hatred, people burning temples, I cried. I cried few nights back when I see human beings, how they are and how they trash each other, minority, our neighboring country, our country, in the name of religion and politics. There's just nothing worse about it, because people who are holding the religion in their hand and they believe in violence and they believe other religions are less, other religions are, people are non-believers are sinners and everybody else is a sinner, they should be punished, or their home should be destroyed. What is the use of religion, bro? What is the use of religion if you don't have any humanity, no knowledge, and you're just like an animal? Animals are better, they eat grass. And those extremists, I don't want to curse, I'll get emotional, but let me finish with this point. We don't want to learn anymore. We just sit in our country. I see many countries, including US, UK, many people are ignorant. They are homeless, they are ignorant. Not homeless is not a bad thing, but people are ignorant. They literally have their nice house, nice car, but they have this assumption about, hey, Middle Eastern countries, those people live in a cave, they live in with the camels and they have no life, and all the Muslims are like that. Or our countries, people who say those jahils, like those infidels, they know nothing about life. Everybody assumes. I wish there was some sort of travel or cultural exchange, that people would stop hating and people would stop being so lifeless. These all things takes a toll. End of the day, we are all plastic. We are just garbage, toxic waste. We have to plant seeds so we have some nice trees, we can have some fruits, we can spend some time out in the nature. Instead of killing animals, we learn to love them. We like to appreciate the beauty of a rhino, so it's fault in us. Nothing wrong with the fragrance industry, nothing, but fragrance industry can give us a little bit more creative rather than giving us only Dior Sauvage, flankers, just example. But I really feel the day we stop being fake, I think everything will be okay, right? That's the whole point. That's why I feel sometimes it can get boring, but from my side, I'll try my best to keep it real. That's the whole purpose. Okay, thanks for watching. Those who always give me support and best compliments and your kind words, always I read. Thank you very much for your support, means a lot. You guys are the best. I'll see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.